All right, we back once again. It's Motor City Sports Talk. We in the building, and I was seeing a clip on First Take. Somebody posted it on social media where the title said Mike Kellerman said Matthew Stafford is overrated, and by his argument, and it's subjective, it's very, very subjective. This argument, it depends on what point of view. I was talking to Luke Cage a couple months ago. Luke G Review, whatever his name is. I'm sorry if I butchered it. And it was subjective. He made the argument that Dominique Foxworth made and said that you can't put all the wins and losses on one position. But unfortunately, in the NFL, wins and losses, the narrative is that it falls on the quarterback. The quarterback get all the blame. He get all the good shit. He get all the, they got a great quarterback play. Rarely you see it don't come down to a quarterback. Maybe that championship Ravens team and Tampa Bay Buccaneers and stuff of that nature. But historically, wins and losses falls on the shoulder and the arm of a quarterback. All right? And if you ain't got no division titles, you ain't got no playoff wins, you haven't won the conference or nothing like that, and you was the number one overall pick, people gonna call you overrated. But a lot of people say, Motor City hate Stafford. No, I just don't think he the guy for this position, for this job. We had a 10-year sample for him. I think he a good quarterback. But you know what? I think it's gonna take an elite level quarterback to win in Detroit. The organization has smeared a ton of people's legacy. If Calvin Johnson played for the Patriots or a functional organization, he'd probably be the greatest receiver of all time. He'd probably still be active. Matthew Stafford, they smeared his legacy. Remember, he came in, one day 0-16 when Stafford came in, if my memory serves me correctly. If that's how they got the number one seed. So he came in a messed up situation. Talent-wise, he can play. But really, has he always had the best coaching? No. People say, he had Megatron. I mean, that's one other player. Left tackle, left guard, center, right guard, right tackle, tight end. Need a defense, need a special team, need functional position coach, need a functional head coach that can manage the game the way it need to be managed. He ain't always had that. Or he ain't never had none of that, especially all running concurrent at the same time. So my whole argument about Matthew Stafford, now I kind of dissect more what they said to make it clear, because people don't understand. It ain't that he bad. I just don't think he the right guy for the situation. Is the right guy out there for the situation available? Obviously, at this point, no. But I think it's going to take a special elite level talent quarterback, and probably a mobile quarterback like a Wilson or Rodgers to succeed in Detroit. It's going to take a once in a generational type talent, a John Elway, a Brett Favre, Russell Wilson, guys like that, some elite talent that can just overcome the bullshit. Because without Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay Packers, the last few years have been terrible. When he ain't there, they terrible. Ain't no other quarterback about to go up in Green Bay and erase all their deficiencies. So that just give you an idea. The Lions organization has hurt Matthew Stafford. And I'm standing on that. Since they took over in 1957, they got last playoff win was 1991. This is a proud franchise that won multiple championships before the Super Bowl. But basically they saying, basically he got the talent, he just doesn't have a resume. That's not completely his fault. But you guess what? You got to play the hand you've been dealt with. So, how we measure quarterbacks is about wins and losses. You can have all the yards, all the touchdowns, you can have all the past Stafford stats that some people say, and that was fielded in the comment section. I'll link the video in the description. You can have all of that, but if you don't have a playoff win, a divisional win, and the Lions haven't won a division since it's the NFC North. They won it when it was the Central. They haven't won. It's not completely Matthew Stafford's fault. He plays a small little blame here, a nice little blame. It's an organizational thing. It's an organizational issue. The Lions making them look bad. That's like you and your homeboy going to the club, you feel me? Y'all going out to the club, and you fresh as hell. You got whatever you got on. but he out here looking bummy, and girls ain't talking to you because he out here looking fugazi and dirty and shit like that. He fucking up your rep. Y'all feel me? He messing up your rep. So that's how it is with the Lions. Matthew Stafford, if he go down, don't win no games or nothing, he go down a rich man, but he gonna go down overrated. It ain't completely his fault. It's an organizational thing. But wins and losses fall on the shoulders of the quarterback. And that's just how the NFL is. They garnish all the great things, all the victories, everything, most situations, there's exceptions to the rules. And when shit go bad, they usually take the grunt of the blame. And once again, it's exceptions to the rules. But from a talent situation, I don't think he overrated. I think he was in other places. You know, he probably would have had a playoff win at least. He was in Cincinnati with the team Andy Dalton had over, you know, a course of time. He probably took them to the AFC Championship game or took them to a championship. But he not. So he is what he is as a Lion. But I just think the organization has really hurt him, man. And that's just my opinion on that. But hey, it is what it is. Some people might not like it. Cry 2 tears in the bucket. Bump it. Don't forget, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email. If you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request, keep sharing the videos. Appreciate the love and support, man. And y'all know what it is. One time for the one time. We gone.